Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the collection of essays How to Be Alone by Jonathan Franzen. This is the first thing I've read by Franzen, and it's definitely a thought-provoking collection. The collection opens with My Father's Brain, which is a heartbreaking account of Franzen's father's struggle with Alzheimer's. It made me learn a lot about the disease, and also never ever wish it on anybody, because the effects of the disease, the stress it causes on the victim and their families, is just ridiculous. Another notable essay in this collection is what's titled the Harper's essay. It's actually called Why Bother? Apparently this is a very controversial essay about the fate of the American novel. I didn't really care for it. I thought it lasted far too long. Lost in the Mail was one of my favorite essays in this collection. It basically describes the postal service. Jonathan Franzen gets a lot of accounts from employees, explains the difficulties that arise in the postal service, and basically how employees are trying to serve the American public. Sifting the Ashes was my favorite essay. It's about the tobacco industry, and I thought it was very thought-provoking, especially considering the new age of vaping. Franzen says that the tobacco industry is culpable of millions of deaths, so it's pretty much on par with genocide. That was a very interesting take. Control Units was another one of my favorite essays. It basically describes how Supermax prison works. It also explains how prisoners can get in the good graces of guards and earn special privileges through good behavior, and it explains how it's kind of unfair when they're released into the real world again, and how difficult that transition is, especially since they now have a criminal record. One of the last essays in this collection is Meet Me in St. Louis. It's a very nostalgic piece. It's about Jonathan Franzen going back to his hometown, going back to the house he grew up in, and pretty much realizing that it will never be the same, and the idea he had about this world only exists in his memory now. So I've been writing a couple essays myself, so this book was very inspiring, but at the same time, it was very discouraging because I realized I will never be able to write as good as Jonathan Franzen. There's just so much to unpack in every essay, and every essay, without question, for me, is very thought-provoking. This is definitely worth a read. I'd rate it 4 out of 5 stars. Also, I really want to become more active on this channel. I haven't uploaded in 4 years, but I recently got back into reading, so stay tuned for more book reviews.